So I have finally accomplished a goal that I set out to accomplish several months ago. And unfortunately, this goal had to be deprioritized because of some other things that I have going on in my life, but I finally made the magic happen. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know that I like goal setting. And part of the reason why I like to do it is because it allows me to make progress, to stay engaged with the hobby. And sometimes it doesn't even involve me spending money. It's more about getting myself organized, figuring out what I have. But I want to show you all what I've accomplished. But we have to go out to the outer room to do it. Let's go. All right, so here we go. Here it is. This is the goal right here. This is it. This is almost a full run of G.I. Joe, issues number 1 through 55. And I started this goal several months ago, but like I said, it just was deprioritized, and I'm finally getting around to making the magic happen. So this is it. So just some really cool books here. This is the first bin, second, all the way through fourth, and then I have some other little goodies over there. You might be looking at this and wondering, if it's only 155 books, why do I have so many, or 155 issues, why do I have so many bins? Part of the reason for that is because there are doubles, triples, quadruples of some of these books in here, but just some fantastic books. That is one of my favorite covers right there. What is that? Issue number 6. Just a really cool cover, but some amazing books that, of course, came out of the 100K collection. And I really just had to get myself organized, get them all pulled out. I will tell you for a fact, all of these need to be rebagged and boarded because these bags and boards are just atrocious. But let me show you an example of what I'm talking about here, right? So a couple of copies right there of G.I. Joe 63. And if I can find it here, there are, if I can find it, let's see if we can find it. There are multiples. There's multiples of multiple books in here. This is one of those cool covers right here. This one specifically takes me back to my childhood. I think my brother and I had a really beat up copy of this back in the day, but multiple copies of many of these books. This is, what is that, bin 4 right there. This one contains a lot of those scarce books. What is that? Issue 150 right there. 151, another 151. These are some of the ones at the end of the run that are a little hard to find, at least according to Key Collector app. They are considered scarce. Was at 153. There's the last issue, 155, and I do believe there are 2 issues of that in there. And I think this one has a subscription of some type in the back. I checked both, and they are indeed complete. So really cool books. Over here are the main keys. That is issue number 1. There's the silent issue number 21, and then also the G.I. Joe special number 1. This is just a really cool cover right there. I also, in the 100K collection, found some really cool stuff. I don't know if people have ever really seen these. These are a little small digest, but there is number 1, number 2. I think I'm missing number 5 out of here. That's the only one that is missing, but they have the silent issue. So that's kind of cool right there. It's a silent issue and then the little digest. But these are basically reprints of the issues. I think some of them may contain 2 issues, but these are still sealed up from the original owner that had the 100K collection. But as I mentioned, this is almost a complete run. Unfortunately, I am missing 1 issue. I am missing 1 issue from 1 all the way through 155. I looked in multiple bins down in the 100K collection, and I could not find issue number 10. Thankfully, there is the internet. And so I went to the internet and I actually purchased a couple of copies of issue number 10. I'm going to try to find an additional copy or 2 via social media because I want to try to get the best possible copy that I can find. So I'm going to try to collect a couple and see what actually comes in. But just one cool way that I'm trying to stay invested in the hobby. Now, I will tell you, part of what sparked my interest in getting this task back on hand was the fact that I've given myself another challenge. And that challenge is to read at least one comic every single day for the rest of this month. That is my goal. And to get myself started, I started to read a bunch of the Energon Universe books, the ones that are out right now. So I've sat down and I've read Duke, and I've read Cobra Commander, and I read those issues and I was inspired to start digging in the collection again to see whether I could complete this run. And lo and behold, I was missing a couple of books, had to run back down to the garage. I was able to find those, and again, came up short on a single issue. But I will maybe tell you about this goal that I have for myself of reading one comic every single day, at least one every single day for the rest of this month. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video because this one is probably long enough. With that said, we are going to wrap up this video, but I will ask you, have you created a challenge or goal or a milestone for yourself this year? If so, sound off in the comment section. Let me know how you've challenged yourself. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to reach out to me, you can do it on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yeah. Should you practice art? Or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master. The one that's more than a rapper. The one that's an educator. The one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts. He's got the mindset expansive. He understands that it's time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan. Straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations. Synergy and combination.